Welcome back to CBS This Morning, Saturday. The outcome of the presidential election is still a work in progress. If big news happens, you will hear it here. We are closely watching the vote tallies in 4 key states: Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, and Pennsylvania. Joe Biden is 17 electoral votes shy of the 270 needed to win and is leading in all 4 of those states. Both parties spent the race trying to attract Latino voters. And as Mireya Villarreal reports, their choices for president are part of a changing electoral landscape.
Just like the food coming out of the kitchen at the Tepatitlan Mexican Grill in Houston, the presidential election is a hot topic, with Latinos considered a key ingredient.
It's not because you see the color of my skin or my last name is Gonzalez that you think we're going to go Democrat. No.
Owner Efrain Gonzalez considers himself Tejano, half Mexicano, half Texan, but all-American. He voted for President Trump back in 2016, but backed Biden on this election day.
I'm a conservative. I'm not a Republican. And I'm not a Democrat.
Country music fans, let me hear you make some noise.
It's a similar message played out in Nashville. We traveled there in February before the pandemic shut everything down, meeting up with country music newcomer Frankie Ray.
When the DJ played a little George Jones.
The very first time I played in Alabama, they saw me. They're just like, that's a little Mexican skinny jeans. Like
Don't give a damn about why the blue collars were.
Ray is a former police officer from New Mexico and draws in a conservative crowd.
We're just a different kind of country.
I voted for candidates on both sides of the aisle at some point in my life because I agree with what they're saying.
26 million Latinos were eligible to vote 4 years ago, but less than half cast a ballot, which is why both parties tried to lure Latinos to the polls in 2020.
There is a massive misunderstanding of the political nature of Latinos.
Cuban immigrant Orlando Sanchez runs the organization Texas Latino Conservatives. They distanced themselves from the Republican Party and instead focused on values like education, law enforcement, and the military, which help keep Texas red.
When you trash the military, when you trash law enforcement, when you trash border protection, you're trashing the community. And that's where I think the liberal left misunderstood Texas.
A stark contrast to the values of Latinos in Arizona. Marisela Mares canvassed the state and focused on one thing: empathy. And it could turn the state blue.
Every single person we talk to, it's not just, we need you to vote this way. It's, I've suffered through this pandemic. You've suffered through this pandemic. This is how we're going to win.
As the election wraps up, Frankie Ray, who ended up not voting for a president, is trying to show Latinos in a different light.
And I wanted to find a way to be a voice for Mexican immigrants and people that actually really break their backs and work hard to contribute to our country.
For CBS This Morning, Saturday, Mireya Villarreal, Nashville.